I feel I'm the happiest on the planet because I'm sitting in front of the life happiness master, founder of, Academy of Unlimited Mind. Om. So he's a great corporate leader, and he's comes after inspiring so many millions through his talks, through his posts, through his happiness miracle formula, happiness magnet formula. He gives us small assignments, and he has healed many, 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 many individuals and families. Welcome, Sandeep sir.
Great to be part of this. So, Sunny ji, wonderful, and I'm so honored to have this kind of an introduction. I don't know whether I deserve it. Thank you for all
So
that.
you deserve a little more and a lot more because you worked with the best of professors in IIT, IIMs, and other top colleges, and working with the happiness masters of Bhutan. So please tell us what makes you you.
A question which is very deep. What makes me me? I just feel I'm a human being in a process of exploration of truth. So, searching for the deepest truth, I believe that's what happiness is. And when we are on that journey of what am I, is probably the best journey that we all can have. Where from we have come, where are we going? And all through this journey, if we just keep accepting things and feel that this has been given to us by nature's wisdom, and each one of this is a drop of nectar that we take and be happy and be in the state of bliss all the time, even if it's something which is not palatable at that moment in time, we can take it as a little vaccine given to us so that we can be happier and evolving in the process of our journey. That's what I always been believing and pursuit of that. Yeah.
Beautiful. I felt, yes, I'm in a class now, and you give a beautiful example. Okay, take it like a vaccine and
Right.
be in that happiness. Great.
Right.
So, you have had the best of experience with best of experts all across the globe when it comes to happiness. So if you were to summarize that in 5 key lessons, Sunny, if you do this, done. At least do this. So something like that. If you want to give me 5 tips.
Yes. I rather bring it to only three. I bring it down to only three can help us do a lot of good to ourselves. I call it one, to connect with ourselves. When I say connect with, it sounds little esoteric, little exotic. But what I normally say by connecting to ourselves is it's like we are a conditioned being in some form. We have been conditioned over the years, ages, maybe genetically we have been conditioned. But there is a conscious mind in us, which is which gives us this state that believing that what I am, I have some ideas, some intellectual capabilities, and we call it the conscious mind. And the one which is conditioned, we call it the subconscious mind in colloquial terms. So the first step I always urge people to do is to just look at your conditioned being from your conscious mind. What is it that you are? So that's step number one. Just get into that self exploratory process, self awareness. Simple terms, somebody says something, how do you feel? Criticizes, what's the feeling? Morning happens, what is the urge that you have? So keep observing yourself. Step number one, connect to your subconscious being. One thing we can do every time, being aware of ourselves. Number two, we look at redesigning ourselves a little. That means I know this is the conditioned being, and can I change a little bit towards what I believe is positive, what I believe is good? How can we do that? By doing simple practices. I just jot down that when somebody criticizes, I feel miserable. Or when somebody does something untidy, I become angry. Or when somebody or when, let's say, Rasgulla comes before me, whether I have hunger or not, I have the urge to have it. So these are, let's say, the conditionings that I have. So I observe this. This is step number one. Step number two, can I take a little step to just change this conditioning a little in the positive direction? Can I hold myself not taking the rasgulla? And there are tools, techniques, but simple way. Just I can hold by holding my breath. I said, let me not take today. So changing myself bit by bit, and every day, if I can change myself by delta X, if I'm X, changing an additional delta X every day, we will wonder how we can be a very transformed human being after a few days. And third one, step number 3, these changes we have to bring into primarily 3 aspects of our life. So this is what I said, step number 3. In practical real life, in relationships, when we are having relationships, look at how we can give rather than what I'm getting out of it. Rather, we can see how much love I can pour into that relationship. That's number 1. Not expecting what is to come, and constantly practicing this as a delta X. Step number 2, in my service, I focus on contribution. So when I say focus on contribution, is I'm not looking at how much I'm earning from this, how much value I'm creating in my professional domain, or if I'm a, let's say somebody is a homemaker, housewife, or working at home, house husband as a new term coming up. So even at home, yeah, even at home, we can see how I'm creating value wherever I am. And finally, in my body and mind, how I'm adding value every moment. So your 5 steps are actually there. If you see, it is 5. Although I said 3, third step is 3 elements, so it makes it 5. So these are the
I'm
5
so
things
thankful to you. I loved
I
it
hope.
because you took the complete circle of life, relationships, workplace, and
Yeah,
myself, my body, and mind. And it all starts with the light. And then we make
right.
corrections. Let the robber
Yes.
go away and let's be
Yeah,
conscious. So great. So
true.
you could have enjoyed your life, corporate, best job you had, safe, secure. Why are you
True.
doing all this? How did this all start? Why are you working so hard, reaching out to so many through, various forms, through your workshop, through your courses? Why?
You said you could have enjoyed in your corporate cozy career. Yeah, I had a wonderful career, and I am also very thankful, grateful to my corporate days for giving me that security, giving me opportunity to learn and come to this state. But when I say enjoyment, I believe sometimes hard work itself is enjoyment. So I'm probably enjoying this journey. And the reason why I probably come out of there is to little expand the space where I can work and get to different strata of the society, and talking to students, talking to elderly, and now in my community more than 50% are 60 plus people, and I really enjoy with them when they feel alone, but still they enjoy this journey, giving them some sort of um, taste of life in a different form. I really feel myself so honored and valued. So the reason was exactly this. Although in the corporate also I was doing a lot of these things in as a corporate trainer, but it was confined to a small slice of the society. Then I thought, why not bring it to other parts? Housewives, as I said, elderly people, students, children. So can we also imbibe these things at an early stage, or maybe at a later stage of life, to make it beautiful in some way? And that was the reason. People always would say in my happiness courses during corporate, they would say that we thought happiness is it's just like happiness, but you are making it such technical, and now we believe we should have learned this much earlier in our life.
Yes.
So that was also one of the triggers for me, so to bring it to people at early stage of life. Yeah.
Beautiful. Amazing. Amazing. What lifts you up when you are sad? I'm sure you would have had those moments in your young days. You are young now,
Mhm.
also. But there would be some failures, some challenges, some pain points. What transformed
Yeah.
you and how do you bounce back?
Yeah, bouncing back was a real challenge in some years ago. Now they have become fun, I would say, fun with a lot of mm, with some sort of underlying caution that fun would mean every time I come across a challenge, I would say this is nature's vaccine, number one. Second, I would say this is an opportunity for me to check my inner potential, to check the inner aspect of divinity that every one of us we have. The belief has been, now I have been doing this practice with other members of our community as well. Every morning we go through this, that there is a divine spark inside, which is an incredible source of energy and expansive source of consciousness. It is a reality because other than this very body cannot exist. We have trillions of cells having millions of activities happening every moment. How is it a possibility unless there is a source of energy which can make this happen all through, and a source of consciousness, an expansive intelligent aspect inside, which is orchestrating all these things relentlessly, right from the time we have come to the existence till we breathe our last. Everything is happening. That means we definitely have that spark of divinity in us. And if it is there, this also has the potential to face anything that comes in our way. It's just that we need to connect, and we just need to surrender, sometimes trust it and go forward. So trust, surrender, and then prepare to face it. Prepare to take the next step. What is the best step that we can take? By that connect to the internal inner divinity. That's what has been the practice. Any challenge, just bow down and say, this is an opportunity for me to express my divinity in some way. So that's been
Super.
my
Enjoy the surrender. Very good. And believe in that infinite.
absolutely, absolutely,
Yes, yes. So, do you have desires?
absolutely. Yes.
But desires
The
give
only
pain and sorrow.
yeah, they bring in fact, the nature of the desire, what I focus on as human beings in this human form, we all have some aspirations, desire, all these are there. We cannot say that we can just we are out of that. Maybe Buddha can do that. But at the same time, can we change the domain of that desire? When we say the domain of the desire, it's where the desire is. Is it on food, basic needs, survival needs? Or is it on some sort of status that I want, like ego desire? Or it is a spiritual desire? Where we are? Am I in the desire of knowing the truth, progressing in that? It is a combination of all. I cannot say that I do not have any need desire or any status desire, but still, my entire focus is how I can bring the desire of the spiritual growth, the nature of reality exploration, more and more. That gives it actually make the life much beautiful because everything is within. So you're just doing the desire within. It's just bringing the focus over there and seeing what is the real truth. So desire is there in all three domains, but more we bring into the last domain, which makes the life
Quality and
beautiful.
standard of desire.
I can
Superb.
put it that way. Wonderful.
Sir, you have so many tools and techniques to make someone smile, to give some relief and immediate vaccine. Yeah. Which is your favorite? Which
uh,
works always for everyone, irrespective of age, gender, color.
yes. One is the nature's vaccine, as I always said. I give this example as the little kid, is in infancy, because I remember that when I was an infant, very young, I used to be vaccinated, and my parents would be little I thought that time how they can be so cruel, inflicting this kind of pain on me. And the nurse and the doctor also was doing this to me is just a painful thing. So I would say that it's something bad happening to me. But later on, I realized such a wonderful thing. I'm fit because of that. So now I say any challenge that comes, I just bow down and say nature's vaccine. That's one of my favorite for acceptance. The moment we just change this orientation, the perception, the outlook, the whole thing changes inside. So that's one. The second one, I say the practice of ABCDE, which works good with many people. In short, I can explain. A is it's to just connect to yourself, get to the state of being calm. That's one of my favorites because it works. The reason why it's one of my favorites is it works. People say that yeah, it works. I had never been able to meditate. Now I can. It's called A, B, C, D, E. A to bring in the attention to the anatomy. So more than the attention, we just keep our posture straight, erect, ensuring the spine is erect, ensuring that our body is little relaxed. That's number one. Palms upward and the foot on the lap. That's A. B is attending to the breath with all awareness. So we pay attention and being aware of the breath. We all know that breath is going in and out, whether we are aware or not. So we are bringing the awareness. That's the B, breath awareness. C, we call count the breath in a particular way. We count from 1 to 10 and then reverse count from 10 to 0. It makes it 21 counts, roughly about 90 seconds on an average, 15 seconds plus minus depending on the breath rate that we have. So this is C, counting the breath in this form. And the problem happens then that we count up to 3, then we go in our own fanciful dreams and how Pakistan did this, how the yesterday boss told me, we go to in time and space, we travel in the mind. So then we bring in D called distraction check. After every breath, we count and tell our mind, boss, don't get distracted. We are on the path of tracking the breath and counting the breath and following the breath. So be on that. In fact, although it sounds very simple, in psychological technical term, they call it metacognitive awareness, where we are bringing a very evolved faculty of the brain into action, a monitoring aspect. So we are monitoring all these things together, the physical body, the breath, and the mind, counting of the breath. So we are monitoring all these three. And then after 3 rounds of this, we completely quit everything. We call it E, the elevated state. Elevated
Oh.
state is where we just relax and we are some sort of, it's a mental marathon that we have run after 63 counts of the breath, and we are relaxing and having almost like a blank mind. So that's called ABCDE practice, reaching that elevated state, and it helps a lot of people. That's why it's my favorite. I thought I would share with you.
It
Yeah.
was really beautiful and enriching. Now, I'm very thankful to you for coming to this show. Now, last few words is my request. I want you to share with everyone about your courses, level 1, level 2. How can they reach you? We'll be sharing the links in the comments and
For sure.
in the comment section, profile section, description section. So please tell us in short, what is your magical offer? You know, how you give techniques and how many techniques do you give? Who can join, etc. Thank you.
So actually, I have a course called the Happy Brain Miracle Formula. I take a 3 days course on this, and the course I offer it at 399, 399 rupees. The reason why I charge money for this, because people need to be serious about attending this course. So they come and join the course for 3 days, and in that 3 days process, I take them through various tools of how they can first understand the blocks, the traps that every human being, as human being we are. So we just need to understand those points, those 6 elements. I call them human trap. It's mental psychic blockages that we have. Once we understand that, then we can get into the miracle formula. Miracle formula is again an acronym, very scientifically designed based on the science of happiness, based on various Eastern philosophical practices. So these 7 elements of miracle, they are to help us untrap, come out of those misery of life. And then the third day, I take them through a process of systematic implementation of, I would not say systematic implementation right there, a blueprint of implementation. So they can take it further from that point. And they can also join us as a community where we have a systematic course for 30 days, for 28 days plus 2 days of assimilation of the entire thing, wherein they can join and continue that course as well. So this has been my model as of now. And thankfully, with all your good wishes, and lot many people have helped. I would be really thankful to everyone who have contributed significantly to bring up this thing right now. In fact, lot many mentors who helped me to come digital. It's also very important that you know how to bring it to online things. All the life
Yes.
I have been doing it offline. Yeah. So yes,
Yes.
this has been online now. Anyone from any part of the country can join. Yeah, I would definitely share the links so that you
Globe
can
also.
share. Yeah, yeah, all part of. In fact, many of the people who are very different parts, and you from UK, from Africa, I have people from Far East. We have from Middle East, from all parts of the globe now. People are joining in. Yeah, from the US,
Beautiful.
many people joining in. Yeah. So
And yes, we'll have happiness army and happiness soldiers all across the globe in every home
yeah, yeah,
with
I
you.
call them happiness curators and crusaders. Yes. They should
Yes.
spread, make the planet happy. That's what is the idea.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so
Wonderful.
much for your blessings, for
Thank
your
you. It's
love,
been
for your tips. Thank you so much.
my pleasure, honored to be part of this journey. I enjoy so much your small little tips that we come up with, and they are so making you happy. They're great triggers. Yeah. So all the time, it's my pleasure, honor to be part of this, and also wish you all the best in your journey.
Thank you so
Thank you.
much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.